Apple's rumored plastic Apple Watch SE has reportedly hit a serious snag. Google Drive is now available on Snapdragon-based Windows PCs. And Netflix will stream shows and movies in HDR10+. It's Tuesday, March 25th, and this is Engadget News. We've been hearing for some time that Apple is working on a version of the Apple Watch SE with a plastic shell to offer a cheaper and more kid-friendly option. But it seems bringing that vision to life is a bit more complicated than expected. After Apple's September event last year came and went with no new Apple Watch SE announced, Mark Gurman reported that the team had run into some cost and quality challenges with the plastic design, but that it was still happening. Now, in this week's Power On newsletter, Gurman says the plastic Apple Watch SE is in serious jeopardy. According to Gurman, the design team does not like the look, and the operations team is finding it difficult to make the casing materially cheaper than the current aluminum chassis. It's been over 2 years since Apple released the second-generation Apple Watch SE, and that model now feels bland, as Engadget's Amy Skorheim wrote after revisiting the device recently. A refresh is due, but it's now looking like the plastic design may not be on the cards just yet. There's now a native version of Google Drive for ARM-powered PCs like those featuring last year's Snapdragon X Elite and X Plus chips. The company announced this feature update in a blog post, saying that the Drive app for Windows is generally available for Snapdragon X chipsets. The release follows a beta test going back to last year. Now, this includes machines by several big brands, with the most notable being the newest Microsoft Surface laptops. The Drive port for ARM-based PCs also allows users to access their accounts through the Windows File Explorer app. This should make it easier to pull files from Drive accounts. The native app only works on devices running Windows 11 and Microsoft WebView 2. Existing beta users will automatically be updated to the full version. It's already rolled out, but it could take up to 15 days to hit everyone's accounts. The new app is available for all Google Workspace customers, Workspace individual subscribers, and users with personal Google accounts. Netflix has announced that it's adding support for HDR10+ streaming on top of the existing HDR10 and Dolby Vision formats that are already offered on the streaming service. HDR10+ should offer greater visual fidelity on a per-frame basis for Netflix's frequently dark original programming. The company is enabling HDR10+ with the AV1 codec, the specification originally released in 2018 that's gradually becoming the standard for streaming 4K video without gobbling data. Netflix first adopted AV1 as a way to help customers save data while watching on their phone. But the compression tech works just as well for streaming large HDR files. Netflix is enabling HDR10+ on select popular titles now and hopes to eventually offer all HDR content in the new format. Anyone with a Netflix premium subscription and a device that supports both HDR10+ and AV1, which includes most modern mobile phones and tablets, should be able to watch compatible content in HDR10+. After 4K, high dynamic range has come to define the look of modern TV and movies, particularly on streaming. HDR content makes clear the stark differences between the light and dark parts of an image. The underexposed, muddy quality of modern streaming TV is frequently due to an expectation that audiences will be viewing on a device that supports HDR. Without it, you can't see anything. With it, you can pick up all the various shades of gray that have become the norm in prestige TV. Netflix first rolled out support for HDR back in 2016 with the debut of Marco Polo, and in the years since has made supporting Dolby Vision and HDR10 the most common HDR format, the norm on its service. If you've been watching Netflix on a display that already uses Dolby Vision, you likely will not notice a difference. But if your TV only offers HDR10+, adding support for the format should make watching everything a little bit better. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Cheyenne McDonald, Lawrence Bonk, and Ian Carlos Campbell, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.